You know, the AI space moves so incredibly fast. It feels like we're getting a new proprietary model announced every single week. But every once in a while, something different happens. Something that quietly comes along and changes the entire game for developers, for researchers, for everyone. So, yeah, well, all the headlines were screaming about GPT 5.4 and Gemini 3.1. A huge shift was happening completely under the radar.
The open source AI community just got a massive, massive upgrade. And trust me, it's going to completely change what you think is possible on your own computer.
On April 2nd, 2026, Google DeepMind dropped Gemma 4. And look, let's be blunt. This isn't just another update. It's a total rewrite of the rulebook for OpenAI, and it's throwing down a serious challenge to the big, closed proprietary models.
You know that old argument we've all heard for years? That open source is always playing catch-up, always lagging, maybe 2 years behind the cutting edge? Yeah, that argument is officially dead.
Right out of the gate, Gemma 4's biggest model snagged the #3 spot on the Arena AI leaderboard for all open models. It's not just playing catch-up anymore, it's competing right at the top. So let's dig into what makes this thing so special.
First off, Gemma 4 isn't just a single model. You got to think of it like a whole family, with a version specifically tailored to run like a dream on pretty much every device you can imagine.
And the range here is what's so cool. You've got the E2B and E4B models, these tiny little beasts designed to run right on your smartphone. Then there's the 26B Mixture of Experts model for that perfect blend of speed and smarts. And of course, the 31B Dense model, that's the heavy hitter, built to just smash performance benchmarks.
So what's the deal with this Mixture of Experts, or MOE thing? Okay, imagine you have a team of specialists instead of just one general doctor. The model has 128 of these different expert networks. But for any one task, it only calls up the most relevant ones. That means it's only using about 3.8 billion active parameters at any given time, giving you this incredible speed without really sacrificing intelligence. It's genius.
But here's where it gets really, really exciting. The two biggest game changers are its native ability to see and its supercharged memory. Gemini 4 processes images and even video frames directly, which is a huge deal for analyzing charts or pulling text from a picture. And second, its memory, well, it's been supercharged.
The context window, its short-term memory, has been jacked up to 256,000 tokens. To put that in perspective, that's enough to feed it entire books, complicated legal documents, or huge code bases all at once, and it remembers all of it.
Okay, so the specs sound amazing, but how does it actually perform? And maybe just as important, what can you legally do with it? This is where the story gets even better. Just look at this. On the AIMM benchmark for mathematical reasoning, Gemma 3 scored a pretty good 20.8%. Gemma 4, a jaw-dropping 89.2%. That isn't just a small step up, that's a generational leap.
And it's the exact same story for coding. On the live code bench, it jumped from 29.1% all the way up to 80%. This thing is an absolute powerhouse for reasoning and for code.
Now that performance is one thing, but for anybody out there who actually wants to build products with this, well, the license you operate under is just as important.
And here's the kicker. Google has moved Gemma 4 to a full Apache 2.0 license. What that means for you, as a developer, is zero restrictions on commercial use. You can literally build a multi-million-dollar business on top of this model, and you owe Google absolutely nothing. Zilch. This is a massive win for the entire open source community.
Now for the part that really brings us all home. You're probably thinking, this is great, but I'll need a server farm in my basement to run it, and you would be completely wrong.
Thanks to a clever process called quantization, you can run the top-of-the-line 31B model on a standard laptop with just 16 gigabytes of RAM. Let that sink in for a second. This level of AI power is now within reach for almost anyone.
And getting started is actually really simple. You can use popular tools like Alama or LM Studio right on your computer. You can run that E4B model directly on a newer smartphone. And for businesses, it's absolutely perfect for private cloud setups where data security is everything.
So, if you can run a model this powerful basically anywhere, what does that unlock? I'll tell you, it goes way beyond just having a smarter chatbot. This opens up entirely new ways of using AI.
I mean, think about it. With the E4B model running on your phone, you have a world-class research assistant in places with zero internet. You can analyze super sensitive legal or medical documents right on your own machine without absolutely zero risk of that data leaking. And developers can build autonomous agents that live inside the hardware, controlling your smart devices without any lag from the cloud.
So how does Gemma 4 stack up against the competition? Well, it carves out its own unique space. While Llama 4 Scout has that insane context window and GLM-5 is a coding champion, Gemma 4 really stands out as the best all-rounder, with this incredible balance of raw reasoning, coding, and that native vision capability. And compared to a budget beast like Qwen, Gemma's ability to see video is a huge advantage. And this all brings us to the final and most important question. The gap between open and closed-source AI has never been this small. Gemma 4 didn't just catch up. It proved that open models can compete right at the very edge. So it really makes you wonder, if this is what's possible today, right on your laptop, what's coming next? The future of AI might just be way more open, accessible, and powerful than any of us ever imagined.